Hey guys, today I am filming a video with my sister Jennifer, and we are going to be talking about her favorite makeup and skincare products. So I do give Jennifer a lot of stuff. She does buy a lot of stuff on her own as well. She used to work at Belk, so she has a lot of experience using products from Clinique, Estee, Lauder, and Lancome. And then she is also signed up for Sephora Play, so she's been able to try a lot of different products out that way. So Jennifer does wear makeup on a daily basis, but she definitely is not in love or obsessed like I am. I feel like it's a win whenever she wears eyeshadow. So I thought it would be fun to go through the products that she uses on a daily basis and for her to tell you guys why she likes them. And then part 2 of this video, I'm going to go through and show you guys her entire makeup and beauty collection and storage. So we're going to start with her skincare routine, where a lot of these products do tend to change based on trying different things from Sephora Plays, but she does have some staple must-have products that have really worked well for her skin that she continues to use. I think one of her first main favorites is this Clinique Sonic Brush. It does have the original head. There's a couple different kinds, but I believe she just uses the regular one. And how often do you end up changing the head?
Probably not as often as I should, but I've recently been kind of like just cleaning the brush head with soap, because even though I take my makeup off before I use it, I still get like the head gets discolored anyway. So I try to clean it off with some soap occasionally to help with that.
What do you use to remove your makeup?
Costco makeup wipes.
Which are very popular on YouTube, actually. Everybody loves those Kirkland makeup wipes in the purple package. So that's what you use first. You remove your makeup with that, then you use this. Do you use this morning and night?
Just at night.
Just at night, and not in the shower, right? At the sink. And then your go-to cleanser, again, I think you use some different ones, especially she travels a lot for work, so she uses a lot of her like little travel size products that way. But her go-to cleanser is the Vasanti Brighten Up Enzymatic Face Rejuvenator, which is something that she had originally tried in a little mini from a Birchbox forever ago, which is probably like the only good thing that came from Birchbox. And now you can get this big size like this from Costco.
It comes in a pack of 2. It used to be a ginormous bottle, and now instead you get 2 of the small ones. There's still a lot in there, but you get 2 instead of the really, really big one.
So why do you like this?
To be honest, I'm starting to like it a little bit less. I feel like I'm not seeing as large of a difference as I did when I first started using it. But when I first started using it, I felt like it was the best product that I had ever used on my skin. It was really clearing it up. I was having a lot less breakouts. But whenever I would miss a time, like there was one night that I just didn't have time to wash my face, so I didn't feel like it, I would greatly suffer the next couple of days because I'd get a bunch of pimples. So I thought that it had been working really well, and I don't know if it's outside things, stress, or anything like that that's making my skin break out a little bit more, but it hasn't been doing quite as good as it had in the beginning, so I think I'm going to try something else.
Because it is pretty pricey too. But yeah, I think it, like the reaction you were having reminded me of like Proactive, where like it works really well, but if you miss one day, you're gonna get breakouts. So yeah, favorite cleanser for now, it might be using something else. And it could be that your skin's just gotten used to it because you have been using just this for such a long time. But for now, this is one of your favorite cleansers. It exfoliates as well, and it's good for acne, which is the skin type she has. She has very oily and acne-prone skin. And then the next product is her serum. This is the Clinique Pore Refining Solutions Correcting Serum. She had a little mini of this. She got in a little free gift with Clinique, and by the time she tried it, we thought this was discontinued. We looked all over the place. We could not find it anywhere, and then it finally restocked on the Ulta website, and it was half off, which is great because this is pretty expensive. So do you use this morning and night?
Just night.
Just night. And why do you like it?
I actually really felt like it made my pores look smaller. I have ginormous pores, and that's one of the things, like my biggest skin concerns, that I very often don't find things that actually help with it at all. So I really felt like when I started using it that my pores were actually appearing smaller. So I really like it a lot. It's a really easy step. It's really lightweight. I can barely tell I have anything on.
Okay. And then for moisturizer, you just use different things based on Sephora Play. In what you're using right now is the Belif True Cream Moisturizing Balm. This is also just something that she's using at nighttime. So what do you think about this so far?
I like it a lot. It's also pretty lightweight. I don't really like things that are thick and heavy, and I feel like I have a lot on my skin. So I like it a lot. But to be honest, I think probably, for now I'm really just like trying to go through all these minis that I have. I'm just trying to use them up. But I think that my favorite moisturizer would probably be the Clinique, the gel.
A dramatically different moisturizing gel.
Yeah, I think that's constantly my favorite. The gel in the summertime, springtime, and then the lotion in the fall and the winter, because I need a little bit more. But I've always loved that, and I think it lasts forever. So it's a pretty good deal.
So the next product that she is using is an eye cream. This is the IT Cosmetics Confidence in an Eye Cream. Probably got this from Sephora Play as well, or something that I gave her. So what are your thoughts about this?
I like it a lot. It is a little bit thicker. And to be honest, I don't really have that much experience with eye cream. I really just started using it within the past year or so, because I just kind of felt like I wasn't sleeping as much, I wasn't in school anymore, I had a real job, so I wasn't getting quite as much sleep as I used to, and I just felt like I was having circles under my eyes and dark marks under my eyes, so I started using eye cream. I still like, what's that one?
The Belif Moisturizing Eye Balm is her favorite.
My absolute favorite. And I think the main reason I like it a lot better than this one, because I do still like this one, but that one is a lot lighter, which for me is my main thing.
Kind of like
to be heavy.
Like a gel, but moisturizing.
I love it. It's my favorite.
And her last skincare step is her spot treatment, which is the doTERRA Melaleuca Oil. This is the little roll-on. Our mom is a seller of doTERRA. She strongly believes in the oil, so we have several different products from them. So why do you like this for a spot treatment, and do you think it works better than other things that you've tried?
Honestly, I feel like spot treatment's kind of like a joke. I don't know. I don't really feel like it works that well ever. It doesn't really make my pimple go away within a day. I think it would go away even if I didn't use a spot treatment. Right. So at least
naturally pimples just go away.
Exactly. So at least this product is all natural. It's not anything harsh that's going into my skin. So I use it on acne, but I also use it if I ever have any other skin issues. I put it on bug bites before. I put it on there, stuff like that, to just kind of help soothe it, and rather than irritating it with the alcohol, whatever is in the spot treatments that I feel like is really harsh. I used to use the Clinique spot treatment, and it smelled just like alcohol, and I just felt like that was harsh on my skin. So I really like this because I feel like it's more natural and it's better for my skin if I'm gonna use a spot treatment. But I wouldn't necessarily say that I put it on a pimple and my pimple goes away automatically, because it doesn't.
Elf masking brush, which is just like a synthetic like spatula. And so what do you think about this?
I like it a lot. I had been always putting face masks on with my fingers, so I feel like I lost a lot of product, but this spreads it on there really nicely, really evenly, and
your hands don't get messy.
Exactly. It's not a mess, and it takes me 4 seconds to wash it off, so I love it.
Yeah, that's the best part about this. I think some other people use like a regular foundation brush, and I can't imagine doing that because like it would be so hard to get all the product out, especially for like a drying thick mud mask. So this does seem like it'd be a lot easier to clean. And the one skincare thing that you use that we forgot is your toner. So right now you're using something from Clinique. Do you remember what number it is?
I think it's 2.
Step 2. It's called like a clarifying lotion or something like that, but it is the toner from Clinique. And I think before then she's used, I had given her some mini bottles of like the Pixie Glow Tonic, but you use toner every day, just like a little bit on a cotton round after you cleanse before your serum?
I don't use serum in the morning. I wash my face in the shower and then I use my toner and that's it.
Do you use toner at night?
No.
Okay. So your skincare routine is in the morning you cleanse your face, not with this.
No.
With like just like a random like
that's the one that I changed. That one I use the same every single night. I have not changed that since I started it. Fear of acne. But I use a different one. I just use whatever cleanser I have in the morning in the shower, and then I use toner. That's all I do in the morning.
Okay. So basically all the stuff we went over is a nighttime routine. So for daytime is just whatever kind of random mini cleanser you got from a Sephora Play, and then a little bit of your Clinique toner and that's it.
Yep.
So that is all for skincare. And now we'll move on to makeup products. So she does have one of those like little 3-drawer Sterilite containers that has extra products, but all of her day-to-day makeup is in this little Vera Bradley makeup bag, including her brushes. So there is a section in the bag for the brushes. It has a little spot for them, which is nice. So basically all the brushes she has in here, I have given her. She doesn't have a ton of brushes, but she has enough to function for all the purposes that she needs. So the first thing that she uses, the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, uses that for foundation.
I don't use concealer.
Don't use concealer. Okay, so she just uses that for foundation. Then we'll go through quickly the other brushes she has. This one is the Aesthetica P12, and you use this for your powder. She's very simple with brushes. I think really, I've tried to get her to use some different brushes, and she's fine with what she's got. So, bronzer?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the e.l.f. blush brush, which she just uses for bronzer, and Jennifer basically just kind of uses bronzer like to contour. She doesn't really kind of like brush it all over the face, right? You just do it here.
Here and here.
Okay. So like, let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the E3, except not all the way down here, but just with this e.l.f. blush brush. Then for blush, uses this Up and Up blush brush. I had actually purchased this a while ago because I heard that they were changing it. Emily Noel was obsessed with this, but I just have other blush brushes that I prefer, something more angled, and Jennifer really likes this one for just popping it on the apples and on the cheek. And then her highlighting brush is the e.l.f. Small Tapered Brush, which again is a little fluffier, a little more tapered just to hit the high points. That is all for the face. Then for eye brushes, she has the e.l.f. Brow Comb and Brush. Do you use this for mascara? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Afterwards.
Do that every day?
Mm-hmm.
Comb out any mascara clumps, and then the brush over here is for her brows. Then she has 2 eyeshadow brushes, people. This is the e.l.f. regular eyeshadow brush that she uses for the lid, and this is an Up and Up crease brush that she uses for her crease color. And that is it. Very simple brushes, but it definitely does the job. So then on the other side of the bag is where she has all of her makeup products, and she also keeps her sponge on this side as well. So then for the makeup products, starting with her base makeup, her favorite primer for a couple years now has been the Laura Geller Spackle Mattifying Oil Control Primer. I am still not really sure what's going on with Laura Geller. I'm not sure if the whole company is going out of business or if it's going to just be like a QVC HSN brand. And we were able to get one during the spring 21 Days of Beauty, but like it's not been restocked. Some people have found this at TJ Maxx. We have not. We've both been looking and haven't been able to find it. But why is this your favorite all-over primer?
So, if you couldn't tell already from all the things I've said, consistency is huge for me. I don't like things that are really heavy. And I've found that a lot of primers, they don't feel good when I put them on my face. And maybe, you know, they'll dry and then they'll do even better. But for me, it's important, like, what it feels like as I put it on my face. And that just feels like it's dry on my face. Like, it's not gel-like or it's not heavy. I think it's perfect. I love it. I honestly, there would be times where I would just wear primer. Like when I was in college and I didn't really feel like putting on makeup, but I naturally have really oily skin, and so I would at least put this on to control some of my oil, and I could leave out because it has like a little bit of color to it. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I can just wear that to control my oil if I really needed to. So I love it a lot. Mm-hmm. And I will be really sad if they stop making it forever.
Right. And so now, in kind of like between times, of course, in Sephora Plays, we get a ton of primers, so Jennifer's tried out a bunch of those, and I think the one that I'm just going to get it for her for Christmas, probably like the next best thing to this, in case this is being discontinued, would be the Too Faced Primed and Peachy primer. So again, she's only tried like the little mini from Sephora Play, but that's one I really love as well. That's one of the best mattifying primers that I've used that doesn't ball up on my skin or like mess with my other makeup. So if we're not able to get this, that would probably be the next best thing.
Yeah, I like that one a lot because I felt like it worked very well. Like I always consistently felt like I had to put powder on throughout the day because my face would still get oily, and I feel like that definitely controlled my oil very well. The only reason that I like this one better is because I still don't like the consistency of the Too Faced primer. Yeah, it feels kind of gross when I put it on, but it smells great and it feels great once it's on, and it does its job, so that's important. So that would definitely be my second favorite.
Do you like, is it just you don't like the way it feels when you're putting it on?
Yep.
But like it feels okay on your face throughout the day.
Right. It's just as I put it on, like initially I don't like that feeling, but once it kind of like dries into my skin a little bit, it's fine.
So then the other primer she uses, you use both of these together, right? So this is her pore filling primer. This is the Benefit Porefessional. So I think it's very funny because we both have the same skin type, very oily, acne prone skin. This is my least favorite pore filling primer. It is her most favorite. She also has tried the Dr. Brandt Pores No More and didn't like it at all, which is crazy because that's my favorite. So that kind of shows like we do have the exact same skin type, but it really is personal preference with consistency and just preference in general. So why do you like this primer?
I feel like it works. I feel like, you know, I tap it in my pores, I rub it out, and they look smaller in my opinion. I didn't really feel like they looked any smaller with the Dr. Brandt one. I like its consistency. It's nice. It's almost the same consistency to me as my primer is. So I don't have to use a lot of it. That bottle has lasted me so long. I like it a lot. It's definitely my favorite that I've ever used.
And it is good that these go well together. The consistencies work well together. So then for foundation, she is currently using the Estee Lauder Double Wear. Her color is 2-in-1 Desert Beige. Is this a little...
It is now, right now I think it's okay, but pretty soon it's going to be too dark for me. I didn't get too much color this summer, so it won't be that large of a difference, but I might have to go down like one shade.
And why do you like this foundation?
I don't put on a lot of foundation. I don't like it to feel cakey to me, so I kind of just put on the bare minimum, which is fine. Foundation lasts forever for me, but I feel like it is great coverage. It feels light when I put it on my face. I feel like I don't get as oily throughout the day. It's probably one of the best foundations I've ever used, and it's one of the foundations I've used for the longest. I started using it when I was in high school and college.
Yeah.
So I've consistently really liked it, and it's obviously a product that's likely not going anywhere. So.
Right. Yes, this is a staple product for so many people. I don't think we'll ever have to worry about this being discontinued. But a lot of people think that this foundation does feel very heavy on the skin, and I think it's because a lot of people are just used to putting on a ton of product. Jennifer in particular, like she said, only uses like a dot on each part of her face and blends it out, and feels good, gives really nice coverage, but still looks natural because she doesn't pile a ton on. So yeah, this is definitely her current favorite foundation. She's tried some other ones. Lancome Tinty Doll. Do you like that one the same as this one or a little bit less? Less. Me too. I didn't like that one as much when I tried it. And then her absolute favorite, unfortunately, was the Sonia Kashuk Satin Matte Foundation, which I did end up giving her, which has been discontinued. I've been trying to look for it online. We were just talking about this before we started this video. I have tried to look online on eBay and Amazon for it, and I've only found it in the deeper shades. But did you like that one more than this?
Absolutely.
Oh,
I loved it. I felt like the color matched me perfectly. I think the matte thing is for me is important because I'm oily. I don't like that dewy look. That's not for me. I want to be as matte as possible because oil is going to come through anyway.
Right.
So I liked how matte it was, and I thought that it stayed that way. I felt like I didn't get super oily throughout the day, and the color was perfect. I loved the consistency. It was perfect. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and that sucks that was, again, limited edition. Well, it was discontinued. Sonia Kashuk got rid of all of her makeup and now only has makeup brushes and accessories. But it's a shame because that is a drugstore foundation and it is much cheaper than this one. So
yeah,
that's a bit of a shame. But again, this is a really good product. And a bottle lasts you a long time, which is good because this is really pricey. And Jennifer went from getting an amazing employee discount to now the best we can get is 20% off, which doesn't feel like a lot on an expensive foundation. So the next product would be her face powder. So she's used several different ones over the years. I think the first thing she used is something I had ended up giving her, Revlon Nearly Naked. Then that got discontinued, went on to Revlon Color Stay, and then I think she had started using the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pore's press powder. I think I had given her, and she had gotten, probably in a Sephora play or something, a couple mini sizes. So she's gone through several minis. She now has a full size of that one, a backup full size. So why do you like that powder?
Again, my pores are one of my biggest skin concerns. So I feel like it tackles that. I feel like it keeps me not oily throughout the day, and I feel like it sets my makeup well. I like it a lot, and it's worked for me. I'm not huge about powder. Like, I don't notice too much of a difference between them.
You're not picky.
Right, but the most important thing is like how long do I have to wait until I put on powder again? Like, does it last longer? Do I find myself looking oily throughout the day? And of course that depends on the season. I'm not as oily in the winter as I am in the summer. So I was using that one in the summer, and I felt like I still looked okay. Like, I wasn't looking super oily after a few hours. So.
So, and luckily that one is like usually at least once a year part of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty where we can get it half off. So that is great. And then the powder that she's using right now, really just kind of to get it used up, is the ColourPop No Filter Sheer Press Powder in the shade Fair. I tried this and I hated it, so I gave it to you, and I think you actually like it.
Yeah.
So I did repress it recently, so this is what it looks like. So what are your thoughts about this one and how you think it compares to the IT Cosmetics powder?
I like it. I don't like it quite as well as the IT Cosmetics powder, but I know this one is a lot cheaper, and I think it's a good alternative, but the IT Cosmetics powder is definitely my favorite.
So this one does have a bit of color to it. Do you feel like it shows up or not really?
No, not really.
And I think that's why I didn't like this one, is because it is a sheer amount of color, and I like a lot of color and coverage. Jennifer really just needs powder to make sure that her face is not sticky anymore, wants it to really feel set, and if it can give some oil control. And in Jennifer's makeup bag, she does keep, what kind of makeup products do you keep?
That's about it.
A brush to apply it, some blotting papers, and then a powder. So like she was mentioning earlier, sometimes you might need to touch up throughout the day with powder, and then the one that she uses to touch up is the Catrice Prime and Fine Mattifying Waterproof Powder. Again, this is something I gave her that I didn't really like, but I was using this more to set my face, and she's using it to blot. And what do you think about this powder?
It's okay. I don't love it. I feel like it doesn't make a huge difference, and I feel like I have to put like a decent amount on. Plus, when I'm, in the mornings when I put powder on, I just brush it on. When I'm already oily, I kind of like dab it on.
Right, the application is a little different.
Yeah, so I don't love it. I mean, it does the job, but I don't think I would buy it.
So then for bronzer, I think the first one Jennifer had really used and really enjoyed was an Estee Lauder bronzer, and the shade Light. Jennifer ended it was just like a little mini from a freebie. Jennifer used it till it was in tiny pieces and it was broken up, and Jennifer put it in a sandwich bag, y'all, to use it, and I finally made her freaking throw it away because in a Sephora play, thank God for Sephora play, Jennifer got a little mini of the Benefit Hoola bronzer. Jennifer's had this little mini for a year,
Probably.
and I mean, there's a dip in there. You can't see the writing, but she has not hit pan, and this is just a sample. So what do you think about this bronzer?
I like it a lot. Kind of the face products. Honestly, most of my opinion comes from Heather. Whatever she gives me, whatever she makes me try, that's what I'll use. So for me, I really don't put that much on. I just like it to give me a little bit of color on top of my foundation, so I don't just look like one-dimensional, like one shade. So I like it. And I bought a full-size one that we traded because I'll likely never get to it or finish it completely. So we traded a full size for a sample because that'll last me forever.
Right. So do you feel like this has like a decent amount of pigmentation, like not too intense, but it shows up?
Yeah.
And it blends out pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then for blush, Jennifer has a couple different ones in her collection that she likes. Again, some Clinique free gifts with purchase, New Clover, and do you remember the other one?
No.
2 different blushes. I'll show you guys when I show you her actual collection. Then a Clinique Cheek Pop in Ginger Pop, which Jennifer has beat the crap out of that one. The thing won't even close anymore. She actually has worn away a lot of the flower detail. And then she's got some other blushes. Again, I'll show you when I show you her collection. And her collection, which are all things that I've given her, Jennifer really likes wearing like peachy tone blushes, neutral tone, peachy tone blushes. So the one that she's using right now that I gave her recently is the Balm Hot Mama. This is something that I really enjoy, and it was hard for me to get rid of, so that's why I wanted to give it to her and make her use it, because I do think this is a color up her alley. So it is this really pretty peachy pink with a golden shimmer. So what are your thoughts about this blush?
I like it a lot. I like the color. Again, blush is kind of, I'll wear whatever you force me to wear as long as I like it. I don't like pinks, but the peachy, the more neutral, that's what I like a lot. And I like that there's a little bit of shimmer in it. I don't think I had ever used a blush before that had this much shimmer in it, so I kind of like that.
So next we have highlighter. Jennifer does have a couple in her collection, but she's got two favorites. First would be Becca's Champagne Pop, which I think was her very first favorite. She's tried Opal, which works for her in the summertime, but it's still a little dark. Champagne Pop, I wanted to work for me so bad, but I am too pale for it, but it is the perfect natural highlight on Jennifer. I think it gives, like, again, it's like the light peachy champagne color that works well on her skin tone with her other makeup products. It has like a beautiful amount of shine to it, so it does show up, but it's not too light. It's just like similar to your skin tone, but nice and reflective. I think I just answered my own question, but why do you like it?
Because it does match very well. I had never used highlight before I used it, so it's nice, to be honest, because I'm oily. When I don't have makeup on, I kind of have a natural highlight.
Right.
So I like it a lot. I like to, you know, catch it in the mirror shining. But I like it a lot. I think that it's natural, which again is something that's really important to me. I just don't like to be, I'm just not confident enough to wear like bold makeup like that, so.
And then her second favorite highlight is something new. I had just gotten this for her last birthday, which was in June. So this is the Lorac Light Source Mega Beam Highlighter in Gilded Lily. They do have like a regular Light Source highlight collection, which is a lot more natural, but then I think they have 3 shades in this Mega Beam collection, and out of the 3 shades, this is the more pinky tone. What do you think about this formula, this color? What are your thoughts on this highlighter?
I love it. I remember the first time that I used it, I used a little bit too much, and it was a little bit overpowering, but then I kind of learned after that how much to use. So I like it a lot. I use it every day. You know, even the days that I go light, like there's sometimes I just don't have time to do my eyeshadow. It's not a priority for me. I just put on mascara, but I still always do my entire face. That never changes when I do for that. So I like to have like that little bit of glow, and I really, really like that color a lot.
So the very last step of her face routine would be her setting spray. So I think this is really the only one that you've used. I think you probably used the Cool and Makeup setting spray, which I don't think that you like. The smell is like really strong on that one and kind of gross. But the one that you've really been using for forever is Urban Decay All Nighter. So Jennifer tends to, like, she has a full-size bottle and then will just fill up the mini because it fits in her everyday makeup bag. So why do you use this? Why do you like it?
I use it, again, in order to kind of control my oil, make sure that everything stays set, but I like it. I mean, I really haven't tried anything else. I have that, what is it, Continuous Mist?
Oh, she does, we did recently get the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, but she hasn't tried that one yet.
I still have, I don't use that much of it, so, and it's, the bottle that I have is a huge bottle, so it lasts me a really long time, so I haven't gotten to the Continuous Mist Spray, but I'm excited to try that, to see if I like it better, because the only thing I don't like about this is, like, right now I just kind of got to the bottom of it, and as I sprayed it on, it kind of, like, left spots on me, and so I have to, like, fan it out, let it dry in my face, so I'm excited to try the Continuous Mist one.
I think it'll be interesting to see if you notice a difference, or you like one or the other more. I think that one is probably not as like long lasting or maybe as matte as this one might be, but I think you'll go through it a lot quicker because I'll be interested to see, because Jennifer sprays like one and I'm like, try at least to do a little X, little T.
That's what I do.
Okay. But Jennifer sticks her arm out like here. So it barely lands on her face. So I think it'll be interesting when you try the Morphe Mist. So that is her full face routine. So I want to thank Jennifer very much for being on my channel, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.